So, you probably hear a lot about manifestation and how we need to align our energy with what we desire to bring into our life, and how frequency and energy and mindset all play a huge role in manifesting. But I want to give you a little bit of a different outlook on manifesting and energy today. Welcome back. My name is Angie. I'm an intuitive life coach. I bring intuitive messages that I receive in my spirit to help you align with your highest self and live your passion and purpose in this life. Today, I'm talking about manifestation and energy. You probably hear a ton about this. If you follow any spiritual people on any platforms, you will hear them talking about manifestation, energy, and aligning your energy with what you would like to receive. However, I want to teach you a little bit about the energy behind manifestation and why that always isn't the exact way you do it. Sometimes what we don't realize is that our life currently, the things that we may not like and the things that we do enjoy, we actually manifested those already. We have been manifesting our entire life without realizing it. Yeah, even those things that maybe you're not enjoying, those are parts of the manifestation of your energy. What you hold in your energy is what reflects in the world around you. That means if you have struggled in relationships, that means if you have struggled with money, that means if you have struggled with staying consistent with something, or maybe you have had consistency in things, but you manifested that. What comes to my mind as I'm thinking of this is an exercise routine. There's a lot of people that are able to build a daily routine where they stay committed to that. That is something they committed to in their energy. So they're going to attract that habit to their life. However, if you look at other things in your life, like wanting to manifest a relationship or manifest abundance in any way, possibly even money, it means that you have to take a look at what your current energy is in order to bring it into a new energy and frequency to meet the energy of what you're wanting. Here's something really interesting about money. We humans are who give money value. Without money being in our hands, it has no value. If you find a dollar bill on the ground, it does not have value until you pick it up. It is simply a piece of paper. Yet, we tend to look at something outside of us as something to bring into us to cause us to have value or help us to have value. However, that's not what's happening. We are the one that has value, and we put value on things that we bring into our lives. So if you are wanting to manifest money, instead of looking at it as something that will bring value to your life in a way that it will make you a better person, look at it as you are making money better. This is important because if you don't look at what your current energy is and why you want something, you may be seeking something for the wrong reasons. If you want $1 million, but you want to use it on selfish things, then the universe will see that and you can attract that. However, you are likely going to end up in the very same place that you started. There are a couple examples that come to my mind as I talk about this. One, most people that win the lottery end up bankrupt. I can't remember the percentage exactly, but a lot of people don't change their mindset towards money when they receive it. Instead of seeing themselves as bringing worth to the money, they see that money as coming in and bringing them worth, and they just think that it's endless. And then before they know it, they don't have it. Here's another example that I think of as a deconstructed Christian. Many things in the Bible talk about this. The prodigal son. He was given money, and with the money, he was excited to go and explore the world. He went to go do the things he's always wanted to do, to be who he thought he wanted to be. And what happened was he found himself living in a pig's pen because he spent all of his money without aligning his energy with the abundance of keeping it. Once he realized that he was in that place, he humbly went home and his father welcomed him. And this was a lesson for him to learn that you cannot receive something and not think of it as a way of you raising your energy to meet it. Another example, just for those looking for a relationship, if you're wanting to have a relationship that is aligned or with somebody that you would see as maybe important or stable or that has some kind of a value and stability about them, like where you would feel safe in the relationship, you also have to meet that person at the same frequency. And this is why you will always hear the saying about work on yourself first and then somebody will come. It's all about the energy. It's about alignment of energy. And as you allow yourself to move into new frequencies, you attract new things. So if you were to take a look at somebody's life that maybe, and I will use my life as an example, that had been through a lot of trauma. I went through a lot of trauma as a child. If you want to read my first book, Leaf Lessons, When Trauma and Religion Collide, The Process of Spiritual Awakening and Healing, you will read my trauma story in this book. The interesting fact is, I did not know how to maintain anything in my life. I often would chase things. I would chase people. I never felt worthy or valuable for money or a good job. And before I knew it, I started to try to perform in these places. I became perfectionist. I started to try to prove myself and prove my worth to the people I thought could help me feel good about myself. And in some way, if I was good enough for other people, then I would have worth. And it wasn't until I went through my awakening in 2016 and my life began to change completely. I started on the healing journey of realizing that it had nothing to do with me feeling valuable based on something outside of me. My value simply came because I am valuable. I'm an eternal being. My spirit is eternal. My spirit is immortal. My body is not. My body will cease to exist one day. My spirit gives my body worth. And as I work on this ego body to enhance and meet my spirit self, meet my intuitive self, meet the subconscious knowing, the deep, deep knowing of who I am, then I no longer look for the things outside of me to fulfill me, but I trust that I am fulfilled within myself, and then the things outside of me can simply match that frequency. A lot of people seem to think that it could feel a little egotistic to begin to see yourself as a worthy person or to believe that you have worth in any way and that it doesn't matter what other people think, or setting a boundary and holding people to that can feel really selfish when you haven't done that. Trust me, I have to do that a lot. And it's been one of my biggest obstacles to work through. But the more you grow and the more you heal, the more you realize it has nothing to do with something or someone outside of yourself that will make your life feel better. It's simply that you feel better within yourself and then you attract things that align with that. So in this manifestation world, absolutely, I'm going to say work on your frequency, match that frequency, pretend you have something. But as you are doing that, make sure that you are also releasing the old programmed energy. Without releasing the old programming, you're going to end up right back where you were. Because we're always manifesting. Everything in your life you have manifested. I manifested many times really out of alignment friendships. And the funny thing is I would get a really good friend, or so I thought, and we would become very, very close very quickly. And at some point, things would fall apart. Because I didn't have worth in myself, I would begin to chase that person because I felt like that person gave me worth. And without them, I have none. So I would sit at home and have a pity party that nobody liked me, nobody would be my friend, and I needed to just disappear. However, when you grow and you learn and you release the old programming, the old energy, who you thought you were based on the programming you've had growing up and experiences that you had, you begin to realize it has nothing to do with that other person that brings you value and worth. You have value and worth, and you actually probably also bring value and worth to that relationship. Not probably, you do. This is why it's important, if you go back and watch my boundaries video, it's important to have aligned relationships. Instead of lowering your frequency to try to maintain something that's no longer aligned, allow yourself to be okay with moving forward, knowing that they also can align and enhance their frequency and release the old programming. It's all about examining what we truly believe in our heart, where we find our value, and what it is that we're wanting to attract into our life and why. And I would say once you open up this and you begin to see that you are worthy no matter what, and that when you attract something into your life that you desire, which is perfectly fine to desire. I have all kinds of things I desire to attract into my life, and I believe I will. But I have to be in a place where I'm ready. And I really don't want it until I am, because I already know I'm not going to be able to maintain it. If somebody gave me $1 million tomorrow, I guarantee you I probably would waste it. That's just simply where my frequency is. Now, if I had a lower amount that suddenly came, I probably could manage that because I wouldn't see my worth as enhancing because I had it. I'd be able to see, okay, I have this and I'm worthy, and I will use this in a worthy way to enhance not just myself, but the world around me. And that's the difference between some of the simple manifestation teachings of aligning your energy and truly seeing what energy you already have in your body and your ego, and working on healing that so that you can align and bring in positive things. So if you haven't been manifesting something, and maybe you're comparing yourself to somebody that is, take a look at these areas and maybe they'll help you kind of align differently and know that you are worth those things that you desire. You just have to understand that you have worth without them too. And if this is something that you want to work on, if this is something that you would like support in, I would love for you to reach out. We can have a free 30-minute call to talk about this and get you on the way, releasing the old programming so you can step into your abundance. I wish you all the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.